What's going on, guys? You know who it is, djwoopig, and today we're going to be talking about yet another new speaker from Mackie, and boy, oh boy, is it the truth. Let's get started. Now, a few months ago, Mackie was so kind enough to send me a pair of their SRT 215 speakers, single 15 woofer and a horn. Great speaker. I did a review on that. Go be sure to check that out if you haven't seen it already. But so many of you asked about the V-Class, which is the SRM model. They look very similar, but this one is a little bit more on the price tag, and a lot of you guys want to know why, what's the difference, and I'm here to tell you there's a large difference. Make no mistake, the SRT 215 is still a great speaker for its price, and I think it's going to be hard pressed to find a speaker that has the feature set that this has with the sound capabilities that it has at the same price. But make no mistake, the SRM V-Class 215 model is unbelievable. So let's just do a side-by-side comparison. As you can see, they both stand about in the same stature. They look very similar. The SRM model does have this center reinforced grille. But again, the 215 SRT, if you go back and look, this grille is a lot stronger and a lot more sturdy than other grilles I've seen for speakers in the same class of category, meaning the price tag. But the SRM does have the center reinforced grille with a nice Mackie logo in the middle. You can see that it does have top and bottom LEDs, which we'll get into here in a moment, but side by side they look fairly the same. Most of the difference lies internally, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Now, the differences in the detail when it comes to these lines, both the SRT and SRM have their perspective 10, 12, and 15-inch models, which we have here. They also have the 1.4-inch high freak driver, which really delivers unbelievable highs. They sound good. The DSP settings on both speakers are fantastic. The SRT line has 5 speaker modes, while the SRM line has 10 speaker modes, meaning they both have the same modes, but the SRM goes a step above and gives you the inside-outside option, and it can tune the speaker to whatever setting that you're in. Again, another great feature set in the V-Class that doesn't come in the SRT. Both speakers come with the Bluetooth wireless technology. The SRT line and SRM line are both powered by the Mackie app, which is very easy to use, very easy to understand, and you can really fine-tune the sound that you're getting to the speakers. They can also Bluetooth link, meaning that you can send one speaker signal to the next speaker by linking and have wireless technology. You don't have to worry. The only thing you got to worry about is power. And if you've got a battery option for power, you don't even have to worry about that. You can really stick these speakers anywhere, being able to play Bluetooth along and link the speakers, fine-tune your sound. It's incredible. And their app is by far heads and away better than any app for any other speaker manufacturer that I've seen. So take it for what it's worth. Stepping around back, both speakers still look very much the same, but they're a little bit different internally. They both have combo Neutrik jacks, meaning you can use XLR or a 1/4-inch cable to send your signal. They both have direct outs, meaning you can go directly from the speaker, the same settings you have on the speaker, just a clean signal, directly out to another speaker or subwoofer. And they also have one mix out, meaning whatever settings you have internally in the DSP settings, you can send that same signal down to another speaker. Let's say you're in the same room and you want to send the same signal. That's what that mix out is for. They both have built-in Bluetooth, and they also have an 1/8-inch jack for going directly from an auxiliary cable, which is what is most commonly referred to now, even though it's called an 1/8-inch jack. They are both flyable, meaning you can use these as a permanent install location, and they both also have the angled feet, meaning you can use these as a monitor. I think one of these speakers in the 10-inch version would be a great monitor for DJs or musicians or whatever. You can use these as monitors, and they just sound good. You can set your DSP to live and put it to music and have your main speaker playing something different with different DSP settings, and you can really fine-tune your sound without having to do much work. It's all either built in the speaker or with the Mackie app, which is, again, unbelievable. Now, they both look the same, kind of feel the same. They definitely don't sound the same, but the weight is another difference as well. The SRT line comes in at 37 pounds, very lightweight, easy to manage. The SRM, on the other hand, is 49 pounds. Again, for all of us working musicians, you probably can carry 50 pounds. If the weight is a little bit much for you, you can always downsize your speaker, but this speaker definitely is worth the added weight and the added price tag with the feature set and how it actually sounds in comparison to the SRT. And again, the SRT is still a fantastic speaker, probably one of the better bang for the buck speakers on the market today. So we've talked about look, we've talked about feel, we've addressed sound, but let's get your opinion. Now, again, before I even get started on these internet reviews of speakers, I always say the best thing to do is to get in front of the speaker at your local music store, whether that be Guitar Center, Sam Ash, if that's still a thing, or your local mom and pop shop. Get in front of these speakers, compare them to the different lines via the SRT or the SRM, compare them with other manufacturers, and I really think you're going to be shocked on what Mackie has brought to the table, specifically with the V-Class SRM. I had a chance to use these speakers, a pair of them, the 215s, along with the SRM subwoofer at a recent wedding I did in an airplane hangar. 2 mains, 1 sub, and the sound was unbelievable. Even more so because I, myself, was about 25 to 30 feet away from the dance floor. We did sound check, it sounded great. I was worried that the sound wouldn't quite travel that distance, and during the night when we stepped out on the dance floor, the sound was still incredible. The high end sounded good, the mid-range was there, and the added bass from the SRM subwoofer really kind of put it over the top. I do think I'm gonna talk with Mackie and try to get a pair of their 12s. I think if I pair these 12s with an 18, I would have a system that really rocks. If you're looking to go without a sub, I would strongly recommend the SRM V-Class. You put it in club mode and it's got plenty of bass. So let's put on some tracks and we'll A/B these speakers, see if you can tell, see which one you like better. But I have a strong feeling the SRM series is really gonna blow you away. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. She gon' bust it. She gon' bust it. Yeah. What's up, baby? Tell me how you get the one up on me. Aye. And I know you ain't playing around. You about to have me down on one knee. Aye. I got that soul. Now she done gave us that soul out of me. Aye. She got that gold. She closing now, she open up, you go to sleep. Aye. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. She gon' bust it. She gon' bust it. Yeah. What's up, baby? Tell me how you get the one up on me. Aye. And I know you ain't playing around. You about to have me down on one knee. Aye. I got that soul. Now she done gave us that soul out of me. Aye. She got that gold. She closing now, she open up, you go to sleep. Aye.
Now, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but the first thing that I noticed right off the bat was how much louder the SRM version is compared to the SRT. I don't know if it's just because of the beefier components or the different DSP settings, but the SRM was definitely louder right off the rip. It didn't matter what song it was just instantly louder. With the mixer set to unity, so we both had the same input signal coming in. It was just louder. The second thing I noticed was the bass response. If you didn't hear what I was hearing, go back, pop some good headphones in or some earbuds and listen to it again. The bass response, at least in this room, is a night and day difference in comparison, and that's thanks to that beefier technology with the subwoofer, the amplifier, and the DSP. Both DSPs were set the same, the mixer mode was the same, but they don't sound the same, and that's not to knock the SRT because it is a good sounding speaker, but the SRM V-Class is just in a class of its own, and I think it's easy to tell that, at least in this room. Like I said, get yourselves in front of these speakers to make your own determination, but these things rock, both of them. Now, I do want to thank Mackie for sending out these speakers, both the SRT line and the SRM line. One thing that I love about Mackie is they're actually active in the comments, watching you guys, listening to you. That's how we were able to get these SRM speakers. They actually saw you guys in the comments wondering what the difference was, and they said, hey, let's just send him out a pair for him to do an overview demo of. Now, in the future, I hope to work with Mackie on some recording things, maybe even some of their mixing technology. They've got a great platform from top to bottom, and things that you guys want to see, be sure to leave it down in the comments. So guys, you know who it is, djwoopig. That's going to conclude today's video. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, be sure to leave it down in the comment section. You can always follow me on social media, and if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting on? Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, that way you know whenever I post a new video, you're going to get automatically notified. So it may be something new, it may be a gig log, it may be something in the shop, maybe talking tech and business, who knows? But the only way you'll know is if you're subscribed and you've got that notification bell on. Now, let's get back to work. We'll see you next time.